expensive. We're staying at room 13. Usually airy and usually very, and that's just how my life goes. And I don't ever try to dress to impress. Fuck you, preppy asshole. On the 14th floor where the bathroom door don't lock. So happy we don't gotta worry about the cops. We could all get arrested for this, but when the party is mixed, I don't give a shit tonight. Alright. Now she walks in the bedroom fast, despite all the noise from the crowd. Now she's bedless on the bathroom sink. Her mother would be so proud. Gets on a deed and there's a line to go pee, but the bathroom looks like a war zone.
Welcome in to episode 107 of Phired Up. Check us out at firedupsports.com. I'm Mike Gilletto. Joining me as always, Dom Consul and Chris Lucia. What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Not much. Listen, there's going to be a lot. We'll get into the Sixers. Obviously, it's a big kind of talking point in the city right now is what the next step is for the Sixers, and we'll talk about it. Before we do that, and before we do our top five, have to tell everybody about our sponsor. Listen, Mother's Day just passed, and so it's never too early to start thinking about Father's Day. I bet you haven't purchased a Father's Day gift yet, have you? Not to fear, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming are here. I'm talking about our friends at Manscaped. They're saving the day yet again with the total package for the father figure in your life this year. It's time to upgrade his game from waist to face with this exclusive offer. Have him join the 8 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get 20% off and free shipping with the code FIREDUP at manscaped.com. Let's start with the Ultimate Father's Day MVP, the Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, he'll find their signature Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, brand new Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance Boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold his goodies. And we can't forget about the moneymaker. Manscaped has absolutely changed the game with their brand new Beard Hedger Pro kit for fathers around the world. Included is the Beard Hedger trimmer, beard shampoo and conditioner, beard oil, beard balm, and 2 free gifts with their signature beard comb and scissors. We all know dads love their comfort. If his grooming routine is already dialed, make sure to hook him up with Manscaped's Boxers 2.0. These are without a doubt the best boxers for men of all ages. Honestly, the Boxers 2.0, it's like all I wear. I keep ordering them every month or two. I'm just like, let's get into more Boxers 2.0. They're incredible. Whether he's mowing the lawn, taking out the trash, or golfing in the sun, these moisture wicking boxers breathe without breaking a sweat. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code FIREDUP at manscaped.com. It's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the code FIREDUP. Make Father's Day one he won't forget with Manscaped. So top five. Listen, I apologize if I'm a little distracted. I got a Game 7 hockey game going on right now.
I got it on too.
Dallas, Seattle.
It's
nothing.
the only game on.
Pretty much, yeah, basically.
Besides MLB, but like I have an MLB package for right now. I'm probably gonna get it back soon, but it's like the only thing on.
Right, because the Phillies don't even play until what is it 9:30, 9:45, something like that. Yeah,
I think I thought it was 9:45. Yeah,
I think it's.
Is it 9? They're in San Fran, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. San Fran. And who was going tonight for the Phillies? It's it's Brogdon.
Brogdon in the first. I heard Brogdon in the first, and then Bailey Falter can come out and pitch the next couple innings, mostly because he's been horrible in the first inning. But why does that matter if it's the first inning or second inning when that's his first inning pitching?
It's his first inning pitching, right? Exactly. Right. That's a good point. We'll talk about it. So the top five was, so correct me if I'm wrong, non-Phillies that you would want to play for the Phillies, and we limited it at 2 All-Stars. And that is based off of the 2022 All-Star roster, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Dom?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay,
Sorry,
I will say
I'm feeling something right now.
No, you're good. I will say it was a little harder than I expected because I keep I kept thinking of names and I have to be like, oh shit, he was an all-star. Oh shit, he was an all-star.
Well, I mean, I to be honest with you, I think at least one of these guys has at least one one all-star of the three that I did, but like they're not top name guys.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
It's really hard to pick a
Yeah.
guy that you want that doesn't have at least one. But
Right.
they're not like all-star players. They might be all-star players this year, but
Right.
yeah. So number 5, I have Tristan McKenzie,
Okay.
pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians. He's hurt
I
this
always
year.
it's weird. I always forget that they're the Guardians. It's like they're the Indians to me. They're the Cleveland Indians. I don't know.
Number 4, I have a middle infielder, Nico Horner.
Okay.
Yep.
Chicago.
Yep, Chicago Cubs. Number 3, I have Zach Gallen, the local kid, the pitcher for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
He's local.
From not too far from you, like somewhere in Jersey.
Really?
Yeah, I forget where.
Now I gotta look him up. I obviously know who Zach Gallen is. I didn't know he was from the area.
Yeah. Number 2, I have Mookie Betts. He's my one all-star.
Oh, somebody
number
down in
1.
Jersey.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's not
That's
too.
like a 5-minute drive from me.
I don't.
Interesting.
Does it say what high school he went to? Did he go to Eustis?
He did. Yes, Bishop Eustace.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
I couldn't remember if it was that or like Camden Catholic, or it was like one. I knew it was one of the Catholic schools.
Yeah, it was Eustace, and then he went to UNC for college.
And then number 1, I have the jack of all trades, Shohei Ohtani. He does it all.
Yeah, he does. He does
Oh
do
my
it all. What?
I was like I was gonna contemplate putting that type of player on my list, but I'm like, that's almost unreal. You know, not all of these are unrealistic, but I couldn't realistically put him on my list.
I mean, spoiler. He's number 1 on my list because, I mean, that's an obvious. Like what he would do for
Right.
this lineup. They need pitching. You know, they could use obviously putting that bat in the middle of the lineup would be ridiculous. But
I mean, three of my 5 guys were pitchers. So
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Three
Chris, you wanna go?
of my three of my
Yeah.
5 are pitchers as well.
Get 2 of my 5 are pitchers.
So number 5, I'm going to go Drew Pomerantz.
Oh, interesting.
Just a good relief pitcher. Number 4, we've talked about him before, Josh Bell.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Number 3, Christian Javier.
okay.
Number 2, Corbin Burns.
He was an all-star.
And yeah, that's my all-star.
Oh, okay, that's one year. Okay,
Yeah.
that's one year all-star. Okay, never mind. Yep.
And then my second all-star is my favorite player in the game right now, Jose Ramirez.
Okay.
I could take some Jose.
I loved Jose maybe like 2-3 years ago, and he had like one bad year, right? A couple years, like 2 years ago, and
It might have been a little bit longer because I think you and I had him the same year in fantasy. We were different
Might
fantasy.
have.
It was a
Yeah.
little bit longer than that. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. It was right before
might
COVID.
have been.
I took
Yeah,
him
'cause I think it was-
1 overall.
I think it was a year or 2 after their World Series run. When was that?
That was 16.
Okay, so yeah, it might have been 18 or something like that. 18, 19, something like that.
Yeah, so I took him number 2 overall maybe, and totally shit the bed. But he's been really good ever since that. Like he was great. He just had one really bad year.
Yeah.
See, my 5 is probably unfair because I think all 5 of these guys are gonna be all-stars, but only 2 of them have all-stars.
I think all 5 of my guys are going to have all stars.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Number 5, Wander Franco. So
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
Number 4, he's gonna kill us for many years to come. Spencer Strider.
I thought about it.
Yep.
I just wasn't. I just wanted Ohtani and Betts for my all stars. I
just
didn't know
don't
how
like-
many all stars he had.
Those
I
are
don't like the
my,
mustache.
of what, Strider?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's fair. I get it.
But would you hate it if he was on the Phillies?
No, not at all.
No, right.
I'd probably cut it to match.
Right.
Yeah, right, exactly. But he puts up numbers. He's a real effective pitcher. I mean, picture him as like your number two starter in this rotation.
I think he'd be number 1 here.
Probably between him and I guess Wheeler.
Yeah.
Yeah, but number 3, Adley Rushman. I think is so fun to watch.
Yeah, I almost put him on there.
Yeah, and the number 2 and 1 are exactly what Dom said: Mookie and Ohtani.
I absolutely love Baltimore this year. I don't know if I've said that on the show. I've
Dude, they're
told it
fun to
different
watch,
people.
man.
They're a lot of fun. They're really young. They just remind me of the like 06, 07 Phillies, where they're like a drafted team. They're just maybe like 2 free agents away from, winning a World Series in a couple of years. I mean, they're going to need pitching, but
Well, I'm curious. I was about to get into. I'm curious what Because they had a real good up-and-coming pitcher, John Means, who had Tommy John. I wonder what his progression's looking like, if he'll be ready like this year or
he's
next
number
year.
3. He's like a number 3.
They were projecting him to be an ace.
He's been in the league like 6 years.
Was he? No, he wasn't. Hold on.
At least 5.
I mean, at one point they were projecting him to be an ace.
I got it right
Hold on.
here.
Let me see. He's been
2018.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. That he pitched 3 innings that year.
He's 30.
Tom,
Is
isn't
he really?
your favorite player
believe it.
Cedric
29.
Mullins?
What'd you say?
Isn't your favorite player Cedric Mullins?
I love Cedric.
No, I like Adley a little bit more. I like Cedric Mullins. He's not like Mike's probably a bigger Mullins guy than I am, but
I have Mullins on
like
my fantasy team. I like Mullins a lot.
Yeah. I have Mountcastle and Santander on my team. I like both those guys. Santander's kind of fallen off a little bit, but Mountcastle's really been killing it.
Yeah. See. Okay. Means came up late. His rookie year was technically 2019. Came up as a 26-year-old. So he only really played 19, 20, 21, and then 22 he only pitched 8 innings. So I'm throwing that year.
I'm sorry.
So he really only pitched
instead of 5.
So he pitched 3 years. Pitched
Hardly.
3 years. 3.
2019, 2020, 2021,
2021.
and 2022.
He threw 8 innings that year. That doesn't count.
Yeah, but you're sitting here saying he's like the next like
No,
upper
listen,
30.
He's way older than I thought he was. I
Yeah.
agree with you there. Way older than I thought he was.
I think he's at Woody he's a number 3 guy. Like,
yeah, no,
like,
you're
that's,
right.
That's
You're right.
Woody.
You're right. I'll give that to you. I'll give you that win.
Kyle Gibson's he hasn't pitched great the last 2 games, but he's showing up for them this year.
Yeah, they're fun to watch. Like these up and coming teams, like you could say the Diamondbacks. You could say the Pirates are winning. Like these teams are just winning games. I think both of those teams are above the Phillies in the wild card race. I mean, I don't really want to call it a race yet because it's May, but
Well, I think Pittsburgh has won in their division, right?
no,
I
I
think
don't believe
so.
so. Are they?
They were for a while.
I just looked
So-
either today or yesterday, and Pittsburgh was
Milwaukee's up a game and a half. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, I think Pittsburgh's a game and a half above us for wild card.
The Cubs kind of fell off a little bit. They started the year pretty hot.
Yeah.
And then the shock of the league right now is St. Louis is like 9 games under 500
I mean, is that a shock?
in that division. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess in that
Arenado,
division.
you have the reigning MVP Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt. Yeah, Arenado's been struggling, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Like real bad.
Yeah, and they don't have any pitching, right? Like their pitching
Nah.
sucks.
the
Does
Dodgers
Wainwright still pitch?
yeah. He just came back. He's really bad the last 2 starts.
I
The
believe it.
Dodgers have been like hovering out around 500 until we played them. Once we played them in LA a couple weeks ago, they turned it
took
around.
off.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, their
That checks
season
out.
changed.
Yeah.
But
Yo,
All
did you
right,
guys see Hunter Green today though?
No.
no, I didn't.
105.6 mile an hour fastball.
Jesus.
Like
Well,
it was
but I-
nothing.
He's either going
Honestly,
to take somebody's head off or his arm is going to come
what's-
off.
I'm curious when they get to the point where they move the mound back 5 to 6 feet.
Yeah, it'll get there.
Because these guys just throw harder and harder. Like,
Once, like look at it like this. Like 10, 15 years ago, the average was what, like 94 to 96. Now
Yeah.
you're looking at like 96 to
101.
98 as
Yeah.
the average.
Right, yeah, well, yeah.
Once the average goes over like 100 to like 100 to 102, like I won't be surprised if they did push it back a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to. These hitters can't adjust that much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's crazy. And like they're all flamethrowers now, and they all have crazy movement. It's insane.
Yeah.
They're nuts. All right, we can get into some Sixers. So they lose game 7. Yeah, I'm sorry. They lose game 7. I think we all kind of assumed they were gonna lose the series, but I think it's how they lost. Especially game 6. And now the kind of big question is what's next. In my opinion, I don't think Rivers should have been the coach after today. Like I think today was the day to fire him personally, but
If he makes it past Wednesday, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
yeah. And I don't. To be honest, I think Morey should go too.
Yeah, your tweet.
I mean,
You're,
yeah. I mean, I'm a stat guy over here.
think-
Apparently, it's 16 years as a GM. He's been out of the second round twice.
I'm not going to say you're wrong. I agree. But I don't know if that one happens. I think Doc definitely happens.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah,
I'm not saying I disagree though.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think it happens either, but I think it should.
Right.
To talk about embarrassment yesterday, just total embarrassment from a team. They have no fight. Like, that's the issue. They don't have any fight.
And that starts with coaching, honestly. Like that's
it does.
Go ahead.
Because I kind of wanted to talk about Game 6 at first.
Yeah.
You have a chance to put away the Boston Celtics, right? To finally get over the second round hump and head to the Eastern Conference Finals. You're up 3-2, and you come so unprepared and so flat in the first quarter. It looked like they didn't want to play. To me, that's a coach not getting his team prepared to play.
Yeah, but they did come back.
They did, and they had a good second and third quarter, and then they fell apart in the fourth again.
Well, all right. So here's my view on it, and the things I was saying to a lot of people today, where going into this series, I thought they were going to lose in 6 or 7. I really thought it was going to be 6, but I could have seen this series going to 7, because I think Boston's a little overrated too. What hurts the most is
what
hurts the most is that's 2 weeks in a row, right?
Yeah.
What hurts the most is you're going into Game 6 and you come out in the second quarter and you look great until the last 4 minutes of the game to put it away, and then you come out in Game 7 and you shit the bed like in the second quarter, the second half. They're tied 55 at the half. Like, listen. Your superstar in James Harden can't put up a combined 22 points in Game 6 and 7. I think it was 13 and 9, whatever that math is.
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
So I don't know, man. It's my brother-in-law said this to me. You have the Mets, the Cowboys, and the Sixers every year. It's just they're projected to be the best team, and they just shit the bed every year.
Did anybody project them to be the best team this year? I don't think so necessarily.
Well, I'm saying up there, like
sure,
all those teams compete.
Yeah.
All three of them for a championship.
I think that the big issue here is that, like you heard, I just saw Bleacher Report come out that James Harden will not play for Doc Rivers. Like,
that's the report. Yeah.
I don't know but James Harden isn't he can't run point guard like in the playoffs.
Well,
I know he did well during the regular season. Like, I know.
I hate to break it to you, James Harden's is who I thought he was. Like, he's just a loser. He's not a winner. I've been saying it for years. In big games, he just comes up small. Now he'll have the occasional 45 or 46 like he did in game 2?
Game 1 and game 4, I think it was.
Yeah, where he had two great games. He has that in him. But in the biggest games and the biggest moments, he comes small.
The biggest issue that I'm seeing now, and Dom, I know you're probably going to hate this, is Joel Embiid's a loser too. Like, he is a loser.
Dead loser.
He does not portray winning mentality. Like, there's not one player on that team that I saw yesterday except Maxey.
I was about to say Maxey's the only player with heart on this team.
The only player. Tucker has a lot of heart. He has a lot of heart.
Yeah, but he doesn't have enough skill.
Doesn't matter.
Turn that heart into something.
No. He definitely has the heart to turn into something. Look what he did to Embiid the other day.
No, sure.
Got his ear. It's different. It's they're used differently. They're the only two guys who played 7 games with absolute heart.
Yeah.
Maxey, and don't get me wrong, I think he had his issues in this playoffs, but both of those two guys showed up every single game to at least try to play. You have James Harden who get, especially in Game 7, trying to get to the rim, a wide open lane, and just kicks it out. Like, I don't know. What'd you say?
That's Simmons-esque right there.
Yeah, and listen, I still think there's time for Embiid to be not portrayed as that guy in the playoffs. But listen, he's 28 years old. It's starting to get, or 29 years old. Or might even be closer to 30. But it's starting to get to that point. Look at and what I absolutely hate the most is the fact that he has blamed Maxey for a lot of this shit too. Like, what game was it? After Game 2 or 4? One of the games that they lost. I forget which game it was. I think it was Game 2. He came out and said, "Well, Tyrese has to be better and like this, that, and the other." It's like, dude, look at the starting five. Joel Embiid has been in the league for like 8 years. James Harden's been in this league for 12 years, 13 years. PJ Tucker's been in this league since 1990, and Tobias Harris has been in the league since 2010. So like, you're gonna look at the 22-year-old in his third year and say, "Oh, this guy has to be better." I don't know.
Right.
It's just a lot of pointing the finger and like,
yeah, and then
it's
after
a roster of losers.
yeah, and then after game 6, he comes out and says, "Well, I didn't touch the ball in the last 4 minutes of the game," and basically blaming his teammates again. And then in game 7 comes out and says,
"Wait! Before
go
we say that,
ahead.
I want to break down the game 6 part, not touching the ball.
Yep.
That is both his fault and Doc Rivers' fault for him not
Glenn
having
Rivers.
the ball.
Glenn Rivers. He's not Doc. He hasn't been Doc on this show, and
I'm not even going to call him by his name. I'm just going to say the coach. It's the coach
yeah.
and Embiid's fault. Embiid did not touch the ball in the last 4 minutes. You are the MVP. You are the MVP. You're the greatest player in the world, and you can't get the ball. Like,
yep.
I just think they and like especially in game 7, like I don't know if it's that he's afraid or if they just didn't game plan it right. Where like he was just not under the bucket. Like what worked those whole series like in the paint.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times it annoys me to watch. And listen, we know Embiid has a 3-point shot in his game, so like we know it's there. But I'm tired of watching him just throw up absolute prayers, and not even just the regular 3-pointers, just absolute just turn and fire and just fucking blindly throw it up for no reason at all. Just dumb shot.
But like I don't think he really has that much of a 3-point game. Like as much as he thinks he does. Like
no, he thinks he's better than he is at it.
Oh but
I am okay with him taking with his back to the rim and turning around and a fade because he hits those. Look at game 6 right before the last 4 minutes or 4.5 minutes of the game. He has the ball. He hits 2 straight shots on Al Horford. And then he doesn't get the ball the rest of the fourth quarter, the last 4 minutes. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Then game 7, he comes out afterwards and says, "Me and James can't score they can't do it all."
See, I think, but that was bad. That was out of context. That whole
I think so too.
Yes and no.
I'm 50-50 on it. I'm 50-50.
It's yes and no. Like, was that one clip that somebody took and made it sound worse than it probably was? Sure, but it's still not a quote I want my leader saying or thinking even.
The guy that's supposed to be the face of the franchise, one of the faces of the league, promises you he's this great player, and he just listen, man. I don't think it was I got my MVP and I'm cool with losing, which a lot of people in the city feel. I just think it's the playoff pressure. The playoff pressure gets to him.
I don't know that it's the first thing with the MVP, but I wonder if there's something to be said that he put so much energy and effort into winning the MVP that maybe it messed with his game down the stretch. Is that possible?
It's not impossible. I don't know if that's it either. I just listen, man. They went from Brett Brown to Doc Rivers, who is a better coach.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But like, I was just telling somebody today. It's like you bring a guy. All right, so you're trying to build around and beat somebody who can't get it done in the playoffs, right? Like he can't do it. He can't. He's not that guy. Like yet
Nope.
or. What it's starting to prove that he's not that guy. But like going into the last year when they got Harden, it was okay. He kind of struggles in the playoffs. We need another guy, and this, that, and the other. Here we go.
Your cat has entered the show.
Yeah, she sleeps right up there all the time on the couch.
Bedtime, huh?
Yeah, hopefully. But you have a guy who we've known to struggle in the playoffs and can't get it done, and then you know what? We're going to bring in Doc Rivers, another guy who sucks in the playoffs. And then you bring in James Harden, who sucks in the playoffs.
Yep.
What are we doing here?
They don't
Glenn Rivers has now lost 10 Game 7s in his career. 10.
He is in 3 of the top 5 biggest blown games in playoff history.
Yep.
One of them was with the Sixers against Atlanta.
Yeah. Almost, I mean, we almost blew a 17, 18-point lead in Game 5.
Well, he did. They did blow it.
Yeah, but they ended up winning. Yeah, they didn't lose.
But still, I mean, he, and I've given him a lot of credit for this series. I thought he coached a good game up until Game 7, or a good series up until Game 7. Game 4, they gave up 40 in the first quarter. What did he do? He made adjustments. They won the game. It was up until the second half. They were tied at 5-5 or 55-55 in Game 7 at halftime, and then they came out, and he was terrified to coach. I will bring this up every single time I talk about Doc Rivers. Look at Game 6 against Atlanta in 2021. Ben Simmons, I was telling somebody today, I don't care. You are coaching. I don't care how comfortable you are. I don't care if you're Greg Popovich or Phil Jackson, where you get to decide when the end is the end. But like, you are always coaching for your job, no matter what. Yep. And Game 6, he refused to take Ben Simmons out of that game and put in a hot rookie Tyrese Maxey. This time, James Harden was struggling, turning the ball over. They took him out of the game. They went to commercial break. They came back, and he went right back into the game. And I turned to somebody and I said, what is going on? He is terrified to make the wrong decision, and I would respect him way more if he made the wrong decision and it back, or he made a decision to try to adjust like that, like take James Harden out of the game, and if they start to blow it, I respect it more because you tried. You took the guy out. If they would have Game 6 against Atlanta, if they would have brought Maxey in and take Simmons out, and they lose, I respect you more because you tried to make the adjustment and it didn't work. He is terrified. That's why he can't coach in the playoffs, because he's terrified. He's terrified to have a ball sack. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the lack of adjustment to Jason Tatum yesterday?
Actually, I thought they played really great defense on him, and he just hit his shots. That's what happened. Yeah, look at every 3-point shot.
They should have been double teaming him way early. They waited late to double team him.
I completely agree, but my concern is it's a lot like the Brooklyn series. Let the one guy do what he does, and we stop everybody else, but we have to hit our shots. And they tried to do that. They tried to say, all right, Tatum, we'll let Tatum do what he does, and we'll try to stop everybody else. And it worked for 2 quarters. Yeah. And then everything just fucking fell apart. Everything fell apart.
Yeah, and that's why I think game 6 really was their opportunity. Tatum looked absolutely lost in Game 6.
In Game 5 too.
Yeah.
He had 3 straight games. Game 3, 4, and 5. He looked horrible.
Yep.
And then the last 4 minutes of the game, he becomes Jordan. I texted you guys that. I was like, he hit the first three in Game 6, and I said, oh, here it goes. And then he hits 3 more threes in a row, right in his face. And then
he dropped 51 in Game 7.
But I like the adjustment where Embiid covers him. You couldn't play better defense. He hit his shots. I think he's an overrated superstar, but he hit his shots. You know, my thing is like you have 3 straight bad games. Humbly, I'm one of the greatest in the world. Like you just had 3 terrible games, and you're gonna sit here and you hit 3 shots at the end of the game. Like, did he text Kobe that night too? Because he loves texting Kobe.
Yeah.
And then he posts it on Instagram. Like,
I want to get back to the Sixers.
Giving yourself a nickname.
No. Well, all these NBA players are fucking whackers. We know that. But I want to get back to the Sixers a little bit. I tweeted out like, is this a Joel Embiid legacy game? Like before the game? And I'm curious if you guys think this kind of messes with his legacy. And obviously they still can change if they go out and win a championship next year. All is forgotten, all is forgiven. But right now he's known as this playoff loser.
I don't know if it's a legacy thing yet, because I think there's still time where, let's say they come out next year and they compete for a championship or they win, whatever it is. I mean, there's still time to me. I don't know. I think maybe 2 or 3 years from now, if it's still the same story, then his legacy's, or at least somewhat. I mean, because it's tough. Like, you have people like Patrick Ewing and Charles Barkley and Iverson who've all made finals, who've never won anything, but they're winners. Like, so yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I don't know the answer to that yet. I don't know how I feel yet.
Follow-up question.
Whether or not. Question. Yeah.
With the way the rosters, obviously we know Embiid's a great player, right? Just won the MVP.
Yeah.
He's a great two-way player, great offensive, great defensive. Do you think the Sixers can win as Joel Embiid being their number one primary option when it comes to offense?
Yes. It just
Okay.
depends who that other guy is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be a guy that can hit a shot.
They need
That
a
other guy
3-point
has
shooter.
to
They
hit
just
a
need
shot.
one. Yeah.
I don't even need
I
a
don't
three.
even think they need a
I just
3-point
need a
You don't think
guy-
so?
Yeah. I think they
No.
have a ton of 3-point. Wow, what a goal.
I missed it. Damn it.
No, I think they need a guy who can hit threes, but like, dude, they were the best 3-point shooting team in the league this year. Like in the regular season,
Yeah.
like they have a bunch of 3-and-D guys. Whether they bring some of them back, we'll see. But
I just think they need a more reliable one. Like they have guys that can shoot.
I think they need a reliable scorer.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it is. It's not a reliable 3-point shooter. It's a reliable scorer. A guy that we were hoping that James Harden was that guy this year because
But
they finally have each other.
Sure.
Like,
And I know they traded him away to get Harden. So if they don't, but like if they had a guy like Seth Curry on this team, I think they might. I think they win that series.
No.
You don't think he does
No.
anything for you? No, nothing.
No.
Okay.
you need a guy to score. You
Yeah.
You need
what's Seth Curry's career average? 10 a game? Like
Nah, more than that, right?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think that's
dude.
not about right. He's a bench player.
yeah, 10 maybe 13, maybe.
Fair enough.
Um
Dom, are you a Kyrie Irving guy? You
No.
rooting for-
Oh, he's
no?
a fucking loser. He's
Are
another
you a
loser.
D'Angelo Russell guy?
He's another loser.
Who are they going to get? There's nobody out there then.
What about somebody who is an all-star type player, but maybe he's trying to revamp his image a little bit because he's going on social media waving guns around.
1000%. I was about to bring it up.
I'm just
I'll drive
saying.
Tobias Harris in my car. I'll go pick him up right now. And
Are
I'll
you
get
driving-
John Morant. I'll get John Morant. He can bring 6 guns if he wants. 100%. I'll take him and his guns.
I mean, I'm just saying. Maybe Memphis is sick of him.
I mean, well, I think his time there is very limited.
Yeah.
It's just what team is willing to take that chance? Because I don't think he's that guy. Like he's not going out killing people.
No, he just thinks it looks cool. I guess. I
Right,
don't
right.
know. I
right.
don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's all it really is.
Until he goes and shoots somebody. But so,
yeah. True.
So,
But,
Dom, are you stopping at Edmonton first to go get?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then
I feel
on
like
the way,
you're passing Memphis to get to Edmonton, though.
No, you gotta go a little south.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
would
I
pick
guess
up
so.
Tobias. I'll pick up Tobias. I'll drive down 95. I'll drop him off. I might drop him off I'm not even taking him to the house. I might just drop him off of this on the highway. And then I'm gonna drive around. I'm gonna get John Morant. We'll go to the club. We'll get some Chick-fil-A or something. And then we'll take the ride up to Edmonton. We'll get Josh Idol, and then we'll come back. And everything will be fixed.
Sounds good. You fix
my,
Philly
my,
sports.
my like realistic thing, see, I should just be a GM. But my realistic thing is hopefully Harden leaves. And if he leaves, you have to trade Tobias. You can't not.
I
trade
think regardless, you have to trade the bias.
it's tough to do if Harden stays though,
Why?
because who else are you going to bring in?
Well, the thing is, I think if you find somebody to trade him, I don't even need anything for him. I think you're just getting rid of his
Yeah,
contract at
absolutely.
that point. And it's $40 million 1 year.
What?
I think you could get 2 good, reliable role players for that.
you want the top?
What do the
You guys
free
want the
agents look
top?
like?
You want the top 10? I actually just pulled it.
Yeah, give it to us.
Russell Westbrook,
No, thanks.
James Harden,
No, thanks.
Chris Middleton, Kyrie Irving,
No, thanks.
Porzingis,
No, thanks.
D'Angelo Russell, Kevin Love,
No, actually, you know what? I would love Kevin Love on this team.
Vukovic,
Yeah.
Draymond Green,
Nah.
Van Vliet.
But these are guys that haven't declined their option. Like a lot of guys are going to decline their options. And I think Jaylen Brown. I don't know if he's in next year. I think he's got an option. Like he can opt out if he really wanted to.
Well, I think
Ooh,
these guys are included with
Josh
the
Hart.
opt-outs.
Would you take Josh Hart?
Yeah.
Would you take Derrick Rose?
Nah.
He's still
Then there's no-
he hasn't like given up on him yet.
He's a
There's
nice
nobody.
role player.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. He's a good. That's it.
I don't know if these are guys that can decline their option. Like there's a lot of guys that could decline their option.
I think it is because James Harden's on that list. James Harden still technically has 1
Okay.
year left, but he has to he would have to decline his
Jeremy
option.
Grant.
No,
Are you Dom? You up for a little Dario Saric reunion?
no
Oh,
thanks.
They City loves him some Dario.
Joe, did I ever tell you the story about him? I went, Mike. I think you were there. I don't know if you remember this, but
We were at
went
a venue when we saw him. I forget what event it was. Where were we?
no. We went to a Sixers game, and we were with my brother-in-law and his. It was like for his wedding party,
Yeah,
and we went to that game. And after the game, another one of Mike and I's cousin, like he knows a guy that works in the stadium. He's friendly with Dario. Like they like the same soccer team or something. And he's like, "Yo, Dario loves strip clubs. Like, he's like, you guys should like. I could ask him if you want to go out. He wants to go out." So Dario comes off and he goes, "Yo, my buddy and his friends want to go out. Like, would you want to go?" And he's like, "Oh, he's like, I absolutely would, but we're going to Minnesota tonight." So we almost hung out with Dario.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that night he said that. I think I
Yeah.
also saw him at like a concert or something. I forget what
Okay.
concert it was.
I saw him at the Best Buy in South Philly
Okay.
applying for a Best Buy credit card and got declined because he
No
literally got declined because his citizenship was Croatia.
Why do you
Wherever he's from.
have money? Like,
I have no clue. He
He was
was
building
his,
up that credit.
his girlfriend was with him.
$1 you don't need credit.
I don't fucking know.
I saw a TikTok where this woman, they're like, "Oh, how much money do you make?" And she's like, "Oh, I make like 60 million a year." Like, I don't know. She did some like art thing. I don't know. And they were like, "Oh, so what's your credit score?" She's like, "Oh, I had no idea." They were like, "Yeah, well, you don't need credit. Like,
Right? Yeah, exactly.
make 60 million a year."
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else.
Not that
Sixers,
Dario's making 60 million a year.
wise, but I guess I don't know. The crop of free agents really doesn't scream guys that they need. The one thing I will say, do not trade. I know I've seen it out there. Do not trade Tyrese Maxey.
No.
I don't think you can do that at this point.
I think also too, there are a lot of guys out there that, I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of unrestricted free agents too. Like I think LaMelo Ball's unrestricted. Halliburton might be unrestricted. Like there's gonna be more players.
Yeah.
I just doubt that they're gonna leave. Like they're gonna be able to leave. But
But if you could trade Tobias and get two of those guys, I think you could help this team tremendously.
yeah, but I don't think they need more role players. Like they need another star. Like they need other starters. Like
Yeah, what stars out there?
no, I
How do
know
they
that's,
go
what
get-
that's
how
the
do they
problem.
Mikal Bridges back.
They don't. That's the
Is
issue.
there any-
Yeah,
Is there any way to get him back?
no, I think they're keeping him.
Oh, and all these people that are saying like Jimmy Butler, like they chose Tobias over Butler. I don't think that for one fucking second either, because they literally said, "All right, Jimmy, we want to sign you." When he came here, and he said, "All right, let's see how the year plays out." Hate Ben Simmons, hated Brett Brown. He literally said, "Get rid of those two guys, and I'll stay. If not, I'm going." And they said, "All right, goodbye. We'll give the money to Tobias." Like all these people that are saying they chose Tobias over Butler, that is not what happened.
No, they chose Ben Simmons over.
They chose
Butler.
Brett Brown and Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler.
Which looking back now, Jimmy Butler knew what he was talking about. Like
Sure did.
also, and if Jimmy Butler is on this lineup, they probably win the series. They probably win a championship.
They absolutely do because the guy's a fighter.
Yeah, he's a winner.
He's-
I don't think he's won yet at this level, but like he's a winner.
He's a regular season, like, you know, he kind of what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't really dog it in the regular season. He puts up good numbers, but like he'll have his nights. But when the playoffs start, man, like he's just he's a different person.
That's because basketball regular season is meaningless. Like you're
It's not
seeing
totally meaningless, but
you're seeing what's going on in LA. Like the LeBron just like, oh, it's the playoffs. All right, let's just win. And
well, no,
Lakers
dude,
just gonna
they've
win.
been hot since the deadline.
Have
They went out and got D'Angelo Russell. They're one of the
Okay.
best teams in the league.
Okay.
Also,
because
too,
they were like a 7 seed or some shit, right? Or an 8.
6, I
Yeah.
think.
Wow.
No, they were in a play-in game.
Were they?
They played Minnesota.
I
The
don't
play
remember.
in. Yeah, so they were.
I remember them playing game.
They were
I think
7 then.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
But they play. Who did they play in the first round?
They played the playing game. I forget who they played in the first.
Memphis.
No. Like the first 7-game series.
Memphis.
Hold on.
Memphis. Okay. Yeah, because they were the 2 seeds, so they're the 7. All right. But not a lot of things.
It'd be Memphis in 6. Yep.
Not a lot of things. Not a lot of people are talking about this either. How lucky Boston and Miami got that Miami lost that first playing game because they were
Yeah.
the 7th seed. If they would have won that, and even the seeding, like the playing games, if that wasn't a thing, or if they would have just beat the Hawks in that playing game, they would have been the 7th seed. They would have had to play Boston in the first round.
Yeah.
Does Boston win the championship?
I think it's I dude, I gotta watch LeBron win another one. It's crazy.
Yep.
The greatest,
It's
the GOAT.
it is set up for Boston and LA. The best part is,
to be honest, though, like,
of the 4 teams that are left, I mean, I hate all 4, but like, I probably would rather see the Lakers win than anybody. It's crazy to say that.
I think the Heat, and I hate LeBron. I think a Heat Lakers final would be fun.
Well, they played
they had
already in the bubble year.
This is the same exact bubble year. The same
no, I
4
know,
teams.
but when's the last time an 8 and a 7 seed made the finals?
Right.
Like in the NBA, that just doesn't happen.
They're also not normal 8 and 7 seeds. Though.
You're probably right there, yeah. So, are you guys ready to move on?
Can I just talk about one last thing?
Yeah, go for it.
Talking about this loser mentality. I was talking about that. How much of a loser mentality is it that George Niang tried to pull Jaylen Brown's pants
terrible.
down? Like,
terrible.
that is just that right there. Doc Rivers should lose his job.
Yeah. I mean,
For that.
I forget who was calling the game. It was a former player. Was it No, it wasn't Weber because it was ESPN, wasn't it, or ABC? But somebody said back in the day, like that shit used to happen all the time. But now it's
really?
It's 2023. Oh yeah. He said now it's 2023. Like there's cameras everywhere. Like players aren't going to take shit anymore. So like back in the day, like what was like Steve Kerr going to do if somebody did that to him? Like
Yeah, he's gonna walk away.
He said anytime anybody would get into the bench, like we'd fucking nudge him, like we'd hit him on the head, or we'd pull him back, we'd rip something. Like we try to do everything we could to assert dominance, but like it's 2023, like you can't do that shit anymore.
No. Again, they're just a team full of losers. I mean, when the Celtics started to take the lead late in the fourth quarter in Game 6, you could tell this series was over because their body language was awful. It was terrible. They lost the series. They felt like they lost the series late in the fourth quarter. So, all right, ready to move on?
Yep.
All right, let's get into some. So the Eagle schedule was released. It's always fun to break these down. Do you guys want to do our early predictions?
Yes.
See what we think. All right.
I don't have anything written down for it though. I'm just gonna wing it.
You're just gonna wing it. So I did. So I posted my prediction on Twitter. So if you saw it, a little bit of a spoiler there. So I'm not even gonna read the pre. We don't care about preseason, do we?
So really quick.
Okay. Yep.
Last year we did this as soon as the schedule came out, and then we did it right before week 1. Obviously, between now and then, a lot happens with every team's team roster. So let's get into it. I'm excited.
All right, week 1 against in New England against the Patriots.
Win.
Week 2, Thursday night football. So you're playing twice in a 4 or 5 day span. Home opener against the Minnesota Vikings. I hate a Thursday night home opener. It's so dumb. But as a season ticket holder, Chris, how do you feel about a Thursday night home opener?
Yeah, I'm not happy about. I'm not as a season ticket holder for most of the games. I'm not happy about this year.
Yeah, they have like 3 1 o'clock games, right?
What?
They have like 3 1 o'clock games or some shit, right?
Yeah, and they have the Christmas Day game and the New Year's.
Yeah.
But the 2 Monday night games are on the road, which is good.
Okay, sorry, I just got sidetracked. So Thursday home opener Minnesota. I say win.
Yep.
Win.
Okay.
Win.
And then they have a little bit of an extended break, week 3, Monday Night Football in Tampa against the Bucks. Who's their quarterback? Did Baker go there?
Baker. Yep.
Baker. Okay.
Go for it,
I'm gonna say win.
Win.
Yeah, win.
Okay. Then Sunday at home against the Commanders.
Win.
Win as well. October 8th, Sunday, October 8th in LA against the Rams.
Loss.
I'm gonna give a win.
Who's the Rams quarterback now?
Stafford.
It's still Stafford. I'm gonna say win. I'm gonna say win.
I'm going to loss.
And then week 6 at the New York Jets.
I'm gonna say they lose a like a bad just like they just don't show up that week.
Here's the thing. I think they're trying so hard to push the Aaron Rodgers is going to make the Jets fucking great narrative. And I still think the Jets are going to suck.
Yeah, I got the Eagles winning that.
Yeah, so do I.
I don't think it's like an Aaron Rodgers thing for me. I don't know. It just seems like they're like, dude, I've seen it like 3 times so far since the schedule came out. Like the Eagles are 12-0 all time against the Jets. Like it just seems like it's just this is going to be it. Like they're just going to lose. Like I don't know.
Week 7 at home against the Miami Dolphins.
Win. I think they win this one. I think they come back after losing to the Jets and they say, we got to win this game.
I got to win here too.
I have a win because Tua's going to have 3 concussions by this point, so he won't even be on.
Skylar Thompson's going to get the start.
Yep,
yeah,
exactly. Week 8, they travel to Washington, get their second time playing the Commanders early in the season.
Win.
I'm going to say win as well. Who are they rolling with? Taylor Heineke? Why can't I talk? I'm losing my voice.
No, they're going with Sam Howell.
That's our starting quarterback?
Think so.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm pretty sure it is.
All right, well, I say that's a win as well. Week 9 at home against the Dallas Cowboys. And I think this is the toughest test they've had in the first 9 weeks, personally. But
What time is that game?
that is 4:25.
I think they lose that game.
If I said 1 o'clock, would that have made a difference in your answer?
Nah, I think I just think at night.
If I said 8 o'clock, would that have did the
Yeah,
time affect your
probably.
answer?
Yeah,
If it was 8 o'clock game, you were riding with the Eagles.
or a 1 o'clock.
So just 4:25, you don't like.
Yeah. I think
Interesting.
I think like historically, like they're pretty bad against Dallas at 4:30.
Okay, I mean that's a hell of a stat to pull. I'll have to fact check you.
Go ahead.
I'm
I'm
gonna
wrong.
win.
going to win as well. I have them going 9-0 into the bye.
What do I? So I got 2 losses. So what's that? 7-2 so far.
Yep.
I have 1 loss.
Then they have the bye week 10 and then week 11 Monday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs, and this is where I give them their first loss.
Dubs.
Having the Super Bowl revenge.
Yep.
In
Okay.
KC.
AJ Brown scores 3 touchdowns. AJ Brown scores 3 touchdowns. Mahomes throws 3 pick sixes. Yep.
Love that. Week 12 at home against the Buffalo Bills. That is also a 4:25 game. I have them getting their second loss of the season here.
I don't think I don't know if they're going to be Kansas City, but I think they go 1-1 here. So
Yeah,
I guess they lose this game. Actually, I'm going to switch them. I think they lose to Kansas City and they win against Buffalo.
I think they win at home against Buffalo.
Okay. And then week 13.
It's the playoffs are coming, so like Josh Allen just kind of like the playoffs are coming.
He'll throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah,
that game.
he gets a little
exactly.
scared.
Yeah, fair.
He couldn't hold. He's not. He's not Joe Burrow.
Dom will be needing him to throw an extra yard to get
Right. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. Forgot about that. Look, Josh Allen. I am so anti. I'll never root for him again.
Oh man! And then week 13 at home against the San Francisco 40 Whiners. I'm just gonna take the Eagles. Yeah,
they might win this game. They might win this game 65-0.
Yeah,
they might.
Or they're gonna lose 65-0.
Because on the Niners schedule, this is probably their Super Bowl. Like that's the one game they want. Like
Did you see what Shanahan
they haven't
said?
stopped crying. No, what did he say?
Oh my god. So he said that his wife came to the NFC Championship game, and she's not coming back to Philly because they didn't treat her too nice during the NFC Championship game.
When did he say this?
Right after the schedule came out.
What is wrong with him? Like, why would you ever say that? Honestly,
Right.
Because he's not a smart guy.
Jesus,
And he's just soft based on everything we know about how he coached that playoff game.
Well, that's just telling your fans that you're soft. Like, my wife's not going to go because they're mean to her.
Right. Yep.
Philadelphia, they're mean to Santa
I'm gonna
Claus.
try to
Like, what
find
do
the quote.
And then week 14, they travel to Dallas.
Loss.
It's a night game.
I was gonna say it's a Sunday night football game. 8:20.
They I actually think they have a winning record Sunday night against Dallas.
Another great
Yeah.
stat. Love it though. I have them losing this game.
I have a loss here as well.
Okay.
I have a win. All right, so this is what he said. She won't be traveling to Philadelphia for this game, claiming Eagles fans didn't offer her a gracious welcome. I don't like going back to Philly. I don't like going back to Philly again. My wife's bitter about it a little bit. She didn't like her fan experience in the stands.
She didn't sit in the stands.
You don't
Get
stand.
out of here.
They probably sat in a box, and like
Yeah.
the boxes are right underneath. Yeah, but you could literally turn around and talk to somebody.
Yeah, like what's his name? The Bosa brother got it. He was getting pretty rough.
Kelsey's brother. Whenever he sits up there, when it comes for a game, they talk to him too.
Yeah, but at least for whatever reason, Kelsey's at least kind of likable.
Yeah, right. No,
Yeah.
he messes with them. Like he
Yeah.
he plays along with it.
Right, exactly. So then week 15, they travel to Seattle, play the Seattle Seahawks. I have a win because
Win.
I don't think they do well against Seattle in Seattle. I think historically they're really bad there. So I'm going to go
I'm sure
long.
they-
here.
My
sure they
thing,
are.
my thing at that point, it's like, do you really think like Geno Smith can redo
No.
this 2 straight
Nope.
years? And if I don't know, he might suck next year. And who the hell is their quarterback? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
That's my thought.
Yeah. No, I
I
agree.
don't love going to Seattle either.
Their wide receivers are really good. Seattle, and their running back game's really good.
They're not better than the Eagles, and for some reason they are rated better than the Eagles.
Yeah.
They're like
Well-
the number 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And the Eagles are 4th.
Metcalf and that Jackson Smith Nwage.
Yeah, but he hasn't done anything yet.
I know.
My 3 guys have like.
Who's your 3?
Nah, I'm just saying. I like,
Wes?
yeah, but like I don't know. My 2 guys have done more than those 3 guys. Like
Yeah, and Dallas Goddard. I guess you could, because they don't have a end down there.
No.
I'm going loss though.
Well, they still have Noah Fant. Didn't they trade him in the Russell Wilson?
That's
deal?
true.
He stinks.
He stinks.
Yeah, he stinks.
yeah, one really good year. That was
Yeah.
about it.
Where did I leave off Seattle? So then week 16 for the first time. I really like how they kind of did it like back end week 16 and week 18. But week 16, Monday Night Football against the New York Giants.
Christmas, right?
That is the Christmas game. Yep.
Yeah,
Win.
it's a win.
I agree that is a win as well. I have a win as well. And then week 17, Sunday, New Year's Eve game at home against the Arizona Cardinals, 1 p.m. game. At least New Year's Eve, 1 p.m. game is not tough. That's not
They are
bad
going-
for New Year's Eve.
I think that this is another one that even if they're clinched, I think they're playing this game and they're going to try and put 60 on Gannon.
Yeah, it's a chance to get revenge again. It was a
Yeah.
very ugly breakup for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, did you see he was another one he talked about the Eagles fans?
No.
Yeah, he recently said something on a press conference about like Philadelphia is a really hard place to coach. We were the number 1 defense in the league, and they're yelling at me to blitz more when we blitz the most in all of NFL.
Oh yeah, that was a few weeks ago. He said that, right? Yeah, I did see that. Yep. He's like, oh, when we were 9-0. It's like you were never 9-0.
You got absolute shit on in the Super Bowl, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Andy Reid drug his cock and balls all over you, up and down the field.
Well, did you see that the Cardinals Twitter tweeted out for this game, and it was like, "We'll see you," or it's something. It had Bradbury holding on to.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I did see that.
But and then literally the Eagles fans were like, "The guy that coached this defense is your head coach.
right.
What is wrong with you?"
Yep, exactly. And then week
I gotta
18 time
win.
is still TBD. I actually have a loss.
I have a loss because they're going to be starting Marcus Mariota in that game because
I still think they win with Mariota,
yeah.
and that'll go to
I
our
just-
whole thing about Mariota being better than Daniel Jones.
yeah.
He's definitely better. He's probably better than Daniel Jones.
Um.
One did get paid, the other one didn't. So
Right. Yeah. One got 40 sheets a year. I don't know. I think the Giants tend to play them fairly tough, and I think they'll split the 2 games. I don't see them winning both. So I am splitting. So I have them 13-4.
I don't know what I have them, but
I think I'm 13-4 as well.
I have them losing against Dallas,
Kansas City.
I don't remember, Dom, to be honest with you.
You had Dallas, Kansas City, the Jets.
and somebody else. I think.
Yeah, I think you're
in Dallas. Maybe you had them losing.
No, I had them winning in Dallas.
I think you're 13-4 too, Dom.
Okay. Yep.
All right, there you go. We'll see who's right.
Yeah, I will definitely dissect this more.
Did you see
later
any? And so the rookie camp's going on right now, right? Or
Some
workouts,
camp.
some sort of workouts are going on.
Well, is Hurts? Hurts is there? I think.
Is
isn't it?
Hurts there? I just saw a clip of what's his name? Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Who they pick? Who they pick?
Jalen Carter?
Yeah, Jalen Carter. He looks fucking fast, way faster than he did at his pro day, which
Yeah,
is
he
nice.
fooled everybody.
He really did. He's probably out of shape. Probably got in. I don't know. Work out a little bit more. I'm sure there was a lot going on. He's stressed out about the whole legal situation.
Yeah.
And he looks legit. I mean, he obviously, running drills and not
He's still
in
dealing with
pads,
that,
but
too.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not
the father,
criminally.
I
I think. Yeah.
No, but the father wants like $40 million.
Yeah.
But
Me too.
We'll see.
yeah,
Yeah. Exactly.
Daniel Jones got it. Why can't he?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's his reasoning. That was his-
Right.
Right. So, Phillies game is about to start here. All right. There we go. Make sure I get that up. All right. So, Dom, you said you had a little game for us tonight, right?
Yes. I'm
All right,
excited.
let's get to it.
Hold on, I'm trying to put it in the Phillies. All right, so me and my wife, like we like this TikTok account that we follow where, they give you like 10 different like trivia questions where, they give you like a movie, a song, and a video game, and you have to guess what year it came out.
Okay.
So I was thinking, I didn't know if you guys wanted to go against each other. I didn't know. I kind of figured you guys could do it together. Like, I want you guys to like really actually think about it and not just like throw it out. But I came up with a game where I give you of the four major sports, I give you 2 champions from that year, the movie of the year and the song of the year, and you have to guess the year.
Okay. I like this.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so
We're
I kind of like
just guessing the year.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give you the 2 champions. Like I randomly picked like for the first one, like the MLB and the NBA champions. Like
Okay.
so, and then the movie of the year and the song of the year. I just randomly did it. I didn't. There was no
Okay.
like whatever. So all right. So first up,
I like this.
the first year. All right. So I have 8 of them.
Okay.
So the first year is the World Series champion St. Louis Cardinals, the NBA Finals champion Miami Heat, the movie of the year Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest, and the song of the year Bad Day by Daniel Powter.
So it was 2011, right?
No, it's before that. Bad Day.
So you guys are gonna work together, right? I'm
Yeah.
I would
assuming?
say so.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I
the
feel-
Cardinals
I
won.
feel like
The Cardinals
it's-
won in 11 when they beat the Phillies.
But they also won in 06.
I think Pirates
beat-
came out in 06. What Pirates movie was it? Which one was
Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest. I don't know which one that is.
it?
Bad Day by Daniel Powder, I remember from American Idol a long time ago.
Yeah.
A long
Yeah.
time ago.
Yeah, but did Miami Heat win in 06? When was LeBron there?
Well,
You're
they
a big
won
LeBron
with-
fan. When?
Well, they won. Nah, they won before with Shaq. I think it's 06.
In 06?
Yeah, they won with Shaq. I'm gonna go 06. 06 or 07. It's 07.
07? Are you sure?
It's 06 or 07. I know that. It's one of those. Two.
I gave this to
I
somebody
might-
at work today.
I disagree. I think it's 11. I'll say you're 2007. That's fine. But if it's 2011, I'm going to say 2011. He's going to say 2007. Let's lock
Six.
that in. 6. All right, he says 06. I'll say 11 because
Final
I
answer
think
2006. Final answer 2011. Right?
Yes,
It is 2006.
it is. Okay, fair enough.
Miami Heat. That's my first ever basketball jersey. Was a Dwayne Wade Miami Heat red jersey because they were really good that year with Shaq.
When did they?
Dwayne Wade.
When did the Heat win with LeBron.
LeBron was
Probably right around 11,
13,
12,
11.
13. Okay.
Was it 11? No. They went
12.
11, lost 12 and 13. They won 14. He lost.
I was gonna
All
say,
4
Dom,
years.
if
Chris and
the-
I were in
if-
high school.
I was gonna say
They were in the finals.
if the Heat and the who was the baseball team? If the Heat and the Cardinals both won in 06 and 11, that was gonna be a jerk off question.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
go ahead.
But that's why I gave you the movie and the
Okay.
song of the year.
That's fine. I'm sorry to doubt you, Chris. I'm sorry, but listen, I'm just gonna we have to do this on our own. We have no common ground here.
And by the way, none of these are like 1975. Like these are all years
Appreciate
right.
that.
that we've
So
that we've all been alive.
1-0, Chris.
All right. So, the next one I got the Super Bowl champion Denver Broncos, the World Series champion New York Yankees, the movie of the year Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, and the song of the year Believe by Cher. Do you believe in love?
So Denver Broncos. Who was it? Who was the
New York
baseball
Yankees.
team? The New York Yankees.
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, and Believe by Cher.
1999.
I'm in the 90s as well. I'm thinking 95.
Final answers.
Final.
99.
Damn, 2 for 2.
I loved Phantom Menace is my favorite Star Wars movie. That's my.
See, I don't like Star
I love
Wars.
Darth. I just love Darth Maul. Darth Maul.
Yeah, I was Darth Maul for a Halloween one year.
Yeah, he's my favorite like bad guy in Star Wars.
Okay, see, I'm not a Star Wars guy.
All right, next up. The finals winning Detroit Red Wings, the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots, the movie of the year Spider-Man, and the song of the year How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
Fuck Detroit. They have a couple in there.
So do the Patriots.
2007 is gonna be my answer.
I was gonna say. See, I just don't know Detroit. What was the other one?
They have a few.
Yeah, they
Like
do have a
that time
few.
period.
That's why I'm just picking one of the few that they have.
See, this is why I did movie and song, and that's the thing is like me and my wife will play this game, and I'll be like 2012, and she'll say 2010, and it'll be 2011. Like,
Right. Yeah.
What you said it was the Patriots, the Detroit
Red Wings.
Red Wings.
Spider-Man was the movie.
Which one?
And
The
the
Tobey
song-
Maguire one?
Yes, the
Okay.
first Spider-Man, and How You Remind Me by Nickelback.
I'm gonna say 07.
05.
Final answers.
Final.
2002.
Ooh.
2.
Yep. Now these are like the champions are the year that they won. So like the Eagles would be 2018. Like if I did the
Right. I get. Okay.
2008 spoiler 2018 is not on this list. But
Right.
all right.
2.
Next up, we have the World Series champion Kansas City Royals, the finals winning Chicago Blackhawks, the movie of the year Star Wars: The Force Awakens,
Oh, he's not a Star Wars question. I'm fucked.
and the song of the year Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. These are
Okay.
these are the
I like a 3-year span, and I don't know what it is.
2016.
these are like the most box like the biggest box office movies and the
So he says 2016. I was back and forth between 16, 17, or 18. I was kind of in that realm. If I say 16, that's a little boring. I'm here to win the game. I'll say 17. 2017.
final answers.
Final.
2015.
Damn it. I was going to say 15. I think that was my freshman year of college. I remember.
That song came out that long ago?
Yep.
Jesus.
All right. We
I'm
have
terrible
4
at
more.
this.
So we have the NBA champion Boston Celtics, the Super Bowl champion New York Giants, the movie of the year The Dark Knight, and the song of the year Low by Flo Rida.
That's
Oh,
2010.
What were the teams again?
The Boston Celtics, and the New York Giants.
2010 sounds right.
You could
I
say
say-
the same answer.
Yeah, that's 2010.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
2008.
Damn.
I suck.
The
I'm
the
terrible
Celtics
at
went
this.
back to back with Glenn, and
Yeah.
that's the year they won.
Okay.
All right, next up, the finals winning Colorado Avalanche,
They have a lot too. Okay.
the World Series winning New York Yankees, movie of the year Independence Day, and song of the year the Macarena.
They have a lot of championships in the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm going to say
96.
I'm going to say 2001.
Final answers?
Yeah.
96.
Damn.
Oh. All right, two more. The finals winning New Jersey Devils, the NBA finals winning Los Angeles Lakers, movie of the year How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and the song of the year Breathe by Faith Hill.
2001.
What were the teams again?
The Devils and the Lakers.
I thought 01. I thought was the Avalanche. I'm going to say 03.
Final
Yeah, for me, final.
2000.
2000. Yeah, 01 was the Avalanche. But the Devils have a couple right in that time
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah, I have no.
2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out.
All right, last up, the World Series champion Houston Astros, the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots, movie of the year Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and the song of the year Shape of You by Ed Sheeran.
What is with the Star Wars? Like, can we
It's
like
the biggest
can
box
we,
office.
Can we switch it up a little bit?
I just did the biggest box office movies. I was gonna do random movies, but I was gonna do like just random movies from that year, but I decided just to do the
2019.
biggest.
what were the teams again?
The Astros and the Patriots.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2019 too. Because it was 2018. That would technically be the Eagles that year, right? You said so. I'll say 2019 as well. I gotta get
Final?
a dub. Yeah.
2017.
Oh Jesus.
That was
Really?
yep.
Who did Houston beat that year? Red Sox? No,
Dodgers.
Dodgers.
That was a cheating year, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Trash can year.
That's a fun game, Dom.
That is.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I went 0 for 8, but I'll brush up on my knowledge and we'll bring
Like,
this back.
But I think you only really had one. It was like the 2002. You said 2007. Like that was really the only one that was like
Far. Yeah.
really far off. Like
Yeah.
everything else was within at least a 3-year span.
Right. True.
But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that'd be.
It is tough. It is tough because like a lot of years just bleed together. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
So it's tough. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about tonight? Phillies, anything before we get out of here?
How do you like Bryce's antics yesterday?
Love it.
You did?
Your loser fucking organization. You're a loser. What did he say? You're a losing organization. All of you.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if John Boy got it yet, but there's one part where they kind of get him away. He starts walking back to the bench, and whoever number 11 is for the Rockies, he said, "You're a loser fucking organization. Every single one of you," or something like that.
The Rockies guy said that to the Phillies?
No. Harper said that to the Rockies.
Oh, okay. I thought you said number 11 said it to us.
No. Number 11 was like he was talking to whoever number 11 is, and he said that to number 11. At least that's what I read on Twitter, and that's what it looked like he said.
John Boy does not have a video up on it yet because I was gonna play it and break it down. I mean, I thought it was. What was the point though? The guy was clapping. I don't know.
Well, did you see how it happened?
He was like, walking by the dugout and he was like clapping, like real
Right. But
right.
So what happened was Stott. It was a 3-1 count. Stott. It was ball 4, but they called it a strike. Stott threw his bat like because he thought he was walked. threw his bat, started taking his batting gloves off, and then he said, "No, strike 2." So he gets up, gets his bat, pops out to left field, starts running to first base, doesn't say anything. Then that's when the Colorado pitcher started like saying something. And if you actually see it, the pitcher, as he's clapping his hand, you could see Schwarber yell at him, say something, and then Harper ran out from the on deck circle.
I don't know.
Now,
if you don't want a guy to taunt you, fucking hit off him. I don't know.
well, here's my thing, right? We love it.
Oh, 2-0. What happened?
Bomer?
I don't know. Score is updated 2-0.
We love it. Would Bryce Harper have gotten his bell rung? Because that dude cannot fight. We know that.
No, he can't. No, he can't.
I love it.
Nor do I want him to right now with his arm. Like, stay back.
Strickland beat him up. Papelbon beat him up.
I mean, he tried to use a weapon in that fight.
He did. He threw the helmet and he missed.
He missed by 7 miles.
I did that to my sister once with a trash can. We were fighting. We were fighting, and
it was a Bomer.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Bomer Homer. We were arguing, and I picked up a trash can, and I went to go throw it, and at the last second, I decided not to, and I threw it on the ground. It hit her foot, and then it got messy. But
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Dom, did you lose?
Well, what happened was she attacked me, and I just kind of kept her on the ground.
Yes.
No, I just kind of kept her on the ground because that was like a 4 out of 10 for me, just holding her on the ground. She's clotheslined me over couches. Yeah, no, it's
yeah, no, you got abused as a child.
Yeah, we threw a remote at each other. It was one time we were arguing and she got a remote and she threw. Your sister was there actually.
Oh, nice.
She my sister threw a remote at my leg and I got it and I threw it back at her and I got in trouble.
It's retaliation. You can't retaliate. Yeah. You know that.
Yeah.
No. You gotta do it when nobody's looking.
One time, I had when I was in 5th grade, I had that that baby project where the flower or whatever, and it was my weekend with the flower, and
okay.
I think I threw it the top of the steps going upstairs. I kept it there all weekend. I didn't even fucking bother with it. And we were arguing about something in my sister's bedroom. So the way my house was laid out, the bathroom was at the top of the steps and her bedroom was behind the bathroom. So we were arguing and she kicked it down the steps and I ran up and I was I was going to punch her in the face, but she got me and she threw me in the tub. And my mom was sitting there yelling, stop. She's just wailing on me. I must throw her down the steps. I was that mad. I would have. Yeah, me and my sister went through it.
Again, if you threw it out, you would have lost that fight.
Right.
Yeah, and you were just so upset about losing the flower baby.
Well, it wasn't even that. We were just arguing. It was just the principle. I don't give a shit about this. I'll go buy more flour if it opens up. I don't give a fuck. But it's more just the principle. We were arguing about something stupid. I don't even remember what it was. She just kicked it down the steps.
Because you also were a tiny child. She could have just put you over her shoulder and just.
Bro, I was 6 foot at 12. I don't know what you're talking about, tiny child.
Oh, maybe at 12. Yeah, maybe at 12. I'm talking about it's a child, a kid.
Yeah, but all this happened when I was
yeah, that's fair.
When I was 13.
Okay,
so,
I thought it was when you were younger than that. All right.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the Phillies. Anything at all? There's really not much that's happened. I mean, Ranger came back.
Yeah.
They're 500. They're 2 games out of a wild card spot. It's probably too early to check the standings every week, but
they're going to be okay. They're going to be okay.
Yeah, they'll be fine. Yeah, agreed.
Just hope I said a couple weeks ago.
They're going to go get an outfielder, right? Outfielder, first baseman,
pitcher.
I don't know, man. CJ Cron could have came back with us.
He could have. He could have.
But
I mean, they do need a first baseman at some point. I guess that's just Harper eventually.
They're going to give Harper a shot eventually.
Yeah.
If they don't. That's the thing is, if they said that they're going to possibly give him a shot, he's got to come back sooner than later, right?
Yeah, because you need to know if it works.
You're not sitting here saying, oh, okay, he came back early to hit, but we're still going to sit him out until the end of August to play the field, but he's in our plans to play first base. That doesn't make sense to me.
But if he is in the plans to play first base, you want to know that it's going to work him playing at first base,
right?
And you want that to be known well before the trade deadline. Yeah.
Yeah, Falter started the second inning.
Oh, with a 2-0 lead too. There you go.
So what was the point of that?
Because they say he's really, really bad in the first inning. Here you go, gives up a hit. But like, I don't think it's a first inning thing. I think it's just his first inning.
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand what that thought process would be. So now you burn Brogdon's arm for the night, right?
Right.
So you
And he's
can't
probably
get
not
him.
going to pitch tomorrow.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that was It was a silly thing.
Yep. Agreed.
Getting too cute with it.
Well, I mean,
Tell-
that's what Thompson does though. He overthinks a lot of shit.
I know, but tell the dude like, hey, listen, like Bailey, come here, buddy. If you can't pitch in in a major league game, you're not going to play here anymore. Like, what happened to that? Like, oh, you can't pitch in the first inning? Okay, we're going to go burn.
Everybody else.
I know, but we're going to go burn an arm for the first inning, and then we're going to put you in the game. Like, what? Imagine in like the 80s somebody doing that. Like, these guys would get laughed at.
0-6, 5.75 ERA.
I guess they're trying something to get him a win, right?
Yeah.
Well, what was that, Dom?
He's 0-6 with a 5.75 ERA.
Wow. Interesting. I'm trying to find his first inning stats. So in the first innings, he has given up 9 total hits, a double, 2 home runs. He's got an ERA of 7.71 in just the first inning.
He's real good.
So I'm curious what happens in the second inning.
That
Let's
was
see.
the slowest double play I've ever seen in my
And
entire
then in the
life, by
second
way.
inning, his ERA drops to 2.57.
Wow,
Third
he
inning.
really goes from Bailey Falter to Randy Johnson real quick.
But then his fourth inning. Hold on, what did I say his first inning was? 7.71 ERA.
Yeah.
His fourth inning is even worse, 8.10. So they have to pull him before they get to the fourth.
If it's Thompson, yeah.
Yeah,
Thompson
I'm saying.
will burn some arms.
His fifth inning is 7.20.
So he just sucks.
First and second. Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
He's good from inning 2 to 3.
2 to 3. Yeah, 2 to 3. That's all you need. So he's a reliever, is what it sounds like. Put him in the
Pretty
bullpen.
much. Did you ever see Andrew, what's his name? Andrew Chafin,
Yeah.
whatever his name is.
I want a Chafin here.
He did you ever see the shirt he wears? He wears
No.
a t-shirt. It says failed starter.
That's
Was it?
funny though. That's
Yeah.
self-awareness.
Dude, I saw TikTok the other day. It's they said, "Oh, what other sports do you watch?" He was like, "I don't watch sports." They were like, "What?" You're like,
I did
like
see
you don't
this.
watch the NBA or whatever. He's like, "Nah, I don't watch it. I don't watch any baseball." He said, or anything. Like he said, if
He
you
doesn't
you
watch
ask him-
MLB games. Yeah.
oh my god,
Home run.
oh, they dropped the ball.
Which is ironic that he said he doesn't watch any MLB games because like he's a reliever. He watches MLB games every night because he doesn't. I mean, he plays what, an inning a night, if that.
Right.
You know, you're watching a ton of MLB
he
games.
said if you want to play basketball, I'll go play basketball.
Right. Yeah. He says I'm fine playing the sport, but I don't want to sit there and watch the sport.
Oh my god,
Fair enough.
stop.
So, you guys should get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so we did have. I can't, give the details out officially, but we do have some exciting stuff to announce. We're gonna announce it on our socials tomorrow. But the one thing I can tease is we have big things in plan for June 24th. Circle that date on everybody's calendar. And fuck the Mets. That's all I'll say. That's my teaser for next week's show. So, all right, we're gonna get out of here. We will see everybody next Monday. See ya.